We have the management of Techera Engineering with us, and I welcome all the investors. We have Mr. Nimesh Ramesh Chandra Desai, MD and founder and promoter of Techera Engineering.
Namaste, sir. Namaste, everybody.
Yeah. So Nimesh sir has passion for engineering, and his dedication towards his goal today is that he's a first generation entrepreneur and a technical master in the industry of mechanical engineering and manufacturing. He specializes in building organizations, developing future leaders, and he'll speak more about it in some time. We have Meet sir. Meet Desai sir is the founder and promoter of Techera Engineering. So at the age of 26, Meet sir has started Techera Engineering, and in just 5 years of span, Techera is now a major aerospace, defense, and tooling company. We have Mr. Haridas sir, independent director of Techera Engineering, a seasoned professional and having diverse backgrounds spanning engineering, finance, entrepreneurship, and leadership roles. And we have Pratiksha ma'am, the company secretary of Techera Engineering. I'll hand over now to Nimesh sir first. Over to you, Nimesh sir.
Namaste, everybody. Myself, Nimesh Desai, Chairman and Managing Director of Techera Engineering India Limited. We founded in 3rd of October 2018, and now it's almost more than 5 years old company. We listed in 3rd of October 2024 recently. So now we are total 185 team members on the board in factory, in fact, and more than 30 people are right from the beginning. So 20% staff is already from the first day when the company formed within a couple of months. Our product right now, we are in two different segments. One is defense and aerospace and another is automations. So in defense and aerospace, we are already working in three different segments like design and manufacturing of tooling systems to build the aircraft. Second is ground support equipment, and third is MRO, which is called as a maintenance, repair, and overhauling. And with now in coming months, we already entered into the flying part manufacturing, and we started with our one of the largest Indian PSU organizations. And in automation, we do any kind of automations in any industries. Like currently, we are supplying to one of our largest appliance manufacturing organization. So we supplied them standalone machines also and entire assembly line for the washing machines also. So we have a capability of right from designing of mechanical designing, electrical designing, electronic designing, hydraulic designing, combining entire things and building an entire assembly line for that. And our ultimate goal in automation is to bring some kind of automation in defense and aerospace as well in long term. Because yes, I can understand there is a quantity is the concern, but there are another still two aspects are there where we can have a automation in defense and aerospace as well. So one is consistency requirement and second is quality requirement. So if human interaction is there, then there is a chance of a deviation in the consistency which can be avoided by using the automations. We are studying the different processes of assembling the aircraft, and we can suggest our customers, if they allow us, that here we can implement in this particular zone, this particular assembly, we can implement the automation so that you can have a better quality and better product. So this is the automation right now, and we are also in a precision manufacturing where critical component also can be manufactured, where one of our Delhi based customers which are in the steel manufacturing, in there we are the second in the world and first in the Asia, where we have a capability to 2.5 meter of vacuum pumps shaft can be heated and assembled into the some of the shafts. So these are the product we have, product range. Uh, as far as notable projects we did in past and currently going on is one of the largest project is vertical fins manufacturing assembly line for the TASL, Tata Advanced System Limited in Hyderabad, where they are supplying vertical fin assembly you can say vertical stabilizers to Boeing 737, and we built the entire assembly line for them except one machine which is automated, which we didn't supply. Second notable project is wing skin layup tools for the HAL, where we made a layup tools to manufacture the wings for our LCA aircraft. This is the largest tool in India right now, which we manufactured. Earlier, they used to brought in from Alenia Aerospace, Italy, where last equipment was brought in 1983. So after 1983, we are the only company who supplied these 8 numbers of equipment to our one of the largest PSU. Assembly jigs for Apache 64 assembly line, lot of equipments we supplied to them. We are the very much specialized in layup tools which are required to manufacture the composites items for the various aircraft, whether it is commercial or it is defense, whatever it is. Basically, if in layman understanding language, if I can say, right now we have a capability to build the skeleton of the aircraft. You can say it is called as a ethanol, where engine and avionics only can be brought in from the outside. Rest entire can be built in our company if we have a space and we have some funds available in the market with us. So we can build the entire small aircraft within the company as well, not engine and avionics left aside. Rest of that we can do it. Then in ground support equipments, we are the largest supplier for the Rafale aircraft, where we supplying them ammunition loading trolleys, then wing removing equipments to the Didin Aerospace, which is in France. This is export, and they are the license holder for the Dassault for the Rafale. So that's why we have to supply them only, and then they will supply it to the Dassault. So this is ground support equipment. In other area, in ground support equipment, we are supplying our Indian largest airlines as a scaffolding for the maintenance of the big aircraft. So we have a sole design holder in right now, where we can combine the wide body aircraft and narrow body aircraft together. Earlier, any aircraft come into the hangar, every single aircraft requires the entire scaffolding around them so that they can do the maintenance. So now we design the scaffolding in such a way that one area where they can accommodate 3 aircraft in one go, like Boeing 787, Boeing 777, and A350. This is the wide body aircraft where if you want to travel to the US or more than 8 hours, it has called as a wide body aircraft. So these 3 aircraft, any aircraft can come into the hangar. The only one scaffolding they require to build the end to repair and maintenance, taking care of that particular. And another one is narrow body, when A320 and Boeing 737, these 2 aircraft we combine. So we have this kind of design capability also, and we are the only one right now who has this design capability and even manufacturing also. Right now we are doing it. The things is going on in our organization. We have already supplied some of them in Mumbai airport, on Mumbai airport. In MRO is maintenance, like I told you already, and overhauling is an area where engine requires to be overhauled after certain start. So it is like it is a protocol in the aircraft industries, either it is defense or it is commercial aircraft. Certain starts, they have to open the engine and overhaul. Whether it is working condition or not, they have to open it. It's a protocol. So to opening this kind of aircraft, they need different kinds of tools to remove to dismantle the engines. For example, if we see T1000 and TXW aircraft engine of Rolls-Royce, so that these 2 engines can be dismantled into 33 modules. So we have entire 33 equipments. It's a big equipment, like 4 meter, 3 meter, 5 meter, like this, because the engine is around 8 ton to 9 ton weight capacity. So we have a capability to manufacture this kind of equipments. We already supplied such equipments to Delta Ops in Atlanta, USA. So then we also supplying to our one of the Singapore-based customers. We also have a setup in within the company itself where we have a design capability of automation systems. We study the RFQ, we study the requirement of the customers, we we convey our solutions to them, whatever the requirement, either it is manual line or it is semi-automatic line or it is automatic line, whatever it is, depend on the budget and quantity to be produced within a day or within a month, whatever the numbers they will give us according to that. So this is what the product range what we have. Like if you say achievement and recognition, so we already have a AS9100 certified company. That's the reason we are able to manufacture the aircraft direct flying parts also. We will be starting this part manufacturing in next year in April as onwards. We already got an order for that. Machine is already in the line. Some machines is coming up. We got a best startup first year once they started the company in 2020. We got a the startup company of the year 2020 by SME Chamber of India. We got year 2022 we got an award called GS Parkey Award from MCCIA, one of the largest organization in Maharashtra. Then meet our another director, he recognized as a young leader on World Skill Day in July 2018. One another company in which we invested, which is in Pune only, we are holding a 26% in that. That company has IDEX award-winning product. They are supplying to Navy. We already have a back the order for 5 years. Now we have a consecutive 5 years. We have award in our orders in our hand. So that company is also doing well. With adding in this company, we add our capability to do the maintenance and overhauling in terms of electronic equipment also. I'm not going to disclose right now, but we are heading towards a very good order from one of the largest Indian airlines company for the repairing of some electronic equipments, which will be taking care in our subsidiary company. Order will be getting by Techera and it will be transferred to that company probably, or we will set up a plant here in this company as well. Both options we have open. So this is what we are right now. Yes, gentlemen, from my side, it's over. One more thing, we supplied around 300 plus tools to C295 aircraft, which is right now manufacturing going on in Baroda Tassal plant. This is the largest aircraft in India. We supplied to this for this central fuselage, which is around 28-meter long. So we supplied them a largest fuselage assembly toolings to Tassal. This tool is largest in India till today because the aircraft is largest in India, manufacturing in India today. As far as the sector development is concerned, there are a lot of new projects coming up in India, like we have a 260 Sukhoi aircraft already in Air Force, which will be coming up in repair in MRO, right from the first aircraft supplied 10 years back, and now each and every aircraft is coming in for the repairing and overhauling in our largest PS unit. We have a great opportunity there. It's a 260 numbers, so it carry on till another 4-5 years for the repairing work. Then the same Sukhoi Su-30, government has ordered another 12 numbers of manufacturing. We are working closely with this company. Probably we'll get the order in next year for assembling also some of the parts which will be taking care in their unit. Then MRO, yes, there are a lot of MRO things is coming up in India. Earlier everything abroad, nothing is in India, but right now Safran has already started their plant in Hyderabad. Air India is also coming up in Bangalore. So there are a lot of other informations we have which will increase our capability, chances of huge numbers will be achieving in coming 2 or 3 years. GE Aerospace is also coming in India, where the engine manufacturing company. We are also manufacturing the engine toolings, supplying to the Tata Advanced System Limited, where they have a GE component manufacturing plant in Hyderabad. There are a lot of foreign-based company coming, like Boeing is coming for the assembly line of Boeing 737 Max in India in Bangalore. Airbus is coming with the assembly line in A320 in Bangalore. So there are a lot of things is happening as far as defense and aviation is concerned in India. 125 airports is coming to India in next coming 5 to 7 years. So the Indian government is doing very well in terms of as far as defense sector and aerospace sector is concerned. Yes, gentlemen, any question from your side as far as?
Okay. So Nimesh, sir, okay. So Harish, sir, if you have any comments, you can do that, and then, so I'll ask investors. In the screen from the second option from right, the activities option is there. If you click on activities, the third option is Q&A. I request all to post your question over there, and I'll read that question to the management of Techera. I'll repeat on the screen. From the right, there is second option, activities. If you click on activities, the third option is Q&A. If you go in Q&A, you can ask a question over there. There's a menu there. Please press on ask a question, and you can type in your questions. Thank you. Harish sir, over to you. If you have any comments.
No, Puneet sir, you can continue. I will add wherever I require.
All right. So we'll wait for a couple of minutes for investors to ask questions, and I'll take those questions. Okay, so we have our first question from Mr. Akshay. The question is, why are our EBITDA margins volatile? Year on year it is increasing, that is good, but why quarter on quarter variability? Question from Akshay. Nimesh sir, Harish sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Harish, if you can add something, or I will.
No, particularly about EBITDA margins are volatile. It's a project-based company. Techera is not a product-based company like an automobile company. One product is there and continuously that production is going on. It's not like that. Actually, we are getting some orders for design, then prototype, then approval, and then it comes to sales invoice. So normally April to September, it is a back-end work is going on always. So expenses is there. And the conversion happens in second half. And this is 3 years our trend is there. We are trying for that consistency, adding some flying parts manufacturing also. Nimesh will explain about that. But the reason is only that in second half, definitely these figures will change. Thank you.
Okay. We have next question. It's an anonymous one. Guidance in terms of revenue and margin.
Hello.
Yeah, Nimesh sir. The question is, what is the guidance in terms of revenue and margin?
Revenue in terms of what? Year on year increase, or
annual revenue and
so
margin.
In normal terms, we are regularly improving around 25 to 30% every year, and margins will going to be in between 15 to 22% in this year and next year also.
All right. Next question from Darshit Shah. What kind of capex are we looking to do for upcoming projects, and how are we going to fund this?
Can you repeat the question?
What kind of capex are we looking to do for upcoming projects?
Okay, so we are adding.
We will answer this question.
Yes.
Yeah.
For this capex, already we have raised fund through IPO, and we have ordered one big machine 5-axis from Taiwan, and it will be at our factory mostly in March. So there is no need of capex requirement immediately for at least 1 year.
All right. Next question is from Ravteej Singh. Can you please share similarities and differences between Techera and Unimac? Can you also talk about your growth profile versus Unimac from the last 3 years, FY22 to FY25? Basically, it's a comparison. How do you compare Techera and Unimac?
See, Unimac is a company from many years. I think we started just 6 years back. And if you see the Unimac's growth is around last in first year they are around last 3-4 years. From the same way the way we are moving, we 26, then we 38, and this year we also increasing around 30 to 40% of last year's turnover. And as far as product is concerned, we and they are all the same. They have one US companies connected with them right now. So in next 2 years, our growth will remain as equal to almost equal to the Unimac. Maybe little bit of less because they have an advantage now. Some of the things will may shifted to the other companies, but definitely maybe plus minus 20%, but will grow definitely the way Unimac has grown.
Okay. Next question from Dheeraj Kaswan. Any comments over the historical volatility in terms of working capital cycle?
Harish?
Yes, particularly working capital cycle is more because of this project-based industry only. If we'll see the industry trend or normal standard industry, it's a 3 month. But in our case, it's a 6 month average. Working capital requirement, 6 month average. Or
Okay. Next question is from Nutan Balkrishna. The question is, as the TAM is huge, how do you plan to increase capex as the stakeholding is less? And the next part is, what are the flying components? Kindly guide us. So what are the flying components is basically the ask. And the first part was, the market is huge, so how do you plan to increase capex? I think capex part was already previously it has been answered, right? The IPO funds have taken care of it. So that has been taken care. So you can comment on the flying components, Nimesh sir.
I would like to answer this question, Nimesh sir. So hi, good afternoon. On the flying components, so basically it is a category of the sector of business we are also into in aerospace and defense. There are two kinds. One is tooling. Tooling is the equipment which is on the ground, on the floor, which is used to manufacture any given part of an aircraft. Flying component is an aircraft is made up of thousands, lakhs of different kind of components made up of aluminum, titanium, steel, XYZ. And there is manufacturing which can be done of these directly parts also, which is a part-based thing, which is a year-on-year based thing, like based on the requirement or the particular aircraft for which we want to make. And we are very much competent to manufacture these flying parts or detailed parts as the industry says them. And our existing setup and our existing capex investment has been in this direction to make sure that we are in the right position to take advantage of the increasing volumes in this industry in the entire country right now. A lot of people from outside the country are investing in India and tying up with tier 1 OEMs in India, and we are the suppliers to these companies, and our customer base is right now full of such commercial and defense, government and private entities. So yes, our capex and the business we want to do going forward is both in line right now, and in the next upcoming years you will be seeing increasing volumes in terms of detailed part manufacturing alongside tooling from Techera's side. Thank you.
I will add here something. So as I mentioned earlier that we are in the designing and manufacturing of the assembling of the structural components, and by assembling the entire structural component, there will be a one component created which we called as a nose, or which we called as a wing, which we called as a fuselage, vertical stabilizer, horizontal stabilizer. So each and every these parts, like say wing, it has got a thousands of components, and that components is coming under structural part. So whenever our fixtures deliver to the customer end, they have to take a trial on that fixtures. So being as a manufacturer and designing of this particular, in some part we are designing, also in some only manufacturing, but in both the cases we have to stand there in front of the people in the plant, and we need to see how they are assembling and what are the problems they are facing, so that we can correct it there, or we can modify in the next coming up project. So we know what kind of structural components are there, we know what kind of structural components requirement are there, the quality needs of the customers. Because of the fixtures we are already manufacturing, we are very used to that component by looking to the eyes, seeing the finish of the component, understanding the fitment of the component with the aircraft. So it will be very easy, and not that much easy is the not correct word, but it will be a convenient for us to go into the structural component manufacturing first, and in the second segment we'll go to the super alloy manufacturing, like engine part manufacturing and some other alloy manufacturing components. So that's the reason why we are entering into the part manufacturing. So once we ready to make the part also, there will be a huge opportunity and huge chance that customer will give us कि you आप ही fixtures को बनाओ, वही आप ही part को manufacturing करो, आप ही वो fixture में assemble करके हमें पूरा component दे दो. And that's what is our ultimate game changing assembling of the particular equipment and delivering it to the customer. Thank you.
All right. Next question from Remy Sharma. In pre-IPO call, the management mentioned 30-40% growth year on year. However, in H1, we have had a loss. Is the guidance of 30-40% growth still intact? Thanks and best wishes.
Yes.
I will answer this question. It will be in the same line as management declared before. Our efficiency and infrastructure is there to closer for this figure. Definitely. You will see this in a yearly result.
Because we are right now in February, so
yes,
we know what we have done till last 4 months in this second half.
Yes. Or Puneet.
Okay. Next question from Nikhil Chaudhary. When you will expect your trade receivables will decrease? Can you please suggest time frame?
Our trade receivable is already in line with the industry now. One of our project was delayed due to some technical challenges in automation, and it is delivered after some time, and now it's under control. Our trade receivable are very less now. Or
Okay.
Puneet.
Next question from Avarjit Singh. Avarjit Singh is from Columbus Capital. The question is, the wing parts manufacturing unit will start its production in April 2025 or April 2026? You mentioned, okay, the second part is there. You mentioned that the machine is already in place and the production will start in April next year. Will it really take more than a year from now? Over to you, sir.
So the first June 2025 will start producing the part on that particular coming up machine. So there is no question of to be delivered in 26. It will be in from June will start, and delivery will be starting from 1st of July probably.
Okay. The next is an anonymous question. One of our listed peer, Unimec Aerospace, has grown from 36 CR in FY22 to 200 CR in FY24. What are they doing differently than us? Over to you, sir.
Actually, we are also studying that Unimec. Maybe they have having a lot of funds to grow immediately, and we have just raised the fund to grow now. So after 2 years, we can compare Unimec today and Techera at that time. So we will be closer to Unimec.
Yes, and secondly, the Unimec is an older company than us. We are just 6-year-old company. They almost more than 10 years. So I think we are in line with the growth. If you see the turnover of us, last year is 38 crore. They have 2020 to 36 crore. So probably we are in line with them right now.
Okay, one more anonymous question. Revenue and growth guidance for next 3 years. First, second part is on a PAT level, can we expect the company to remain profitable or losses can be expected going forward as well?
I will answer the second question first. There will be no losses in the company in coming year also and in this year also. And as far as my graph is concerned of I'm in manufacturing industries as an entrepreneur from 1998. I have signed more than 26 balance sheets. I think the only COVID balance sheet is look like negative. I don't see any other balance sheets I have signed which has got a negative PAT. So I'm very much confident and sure that the PAT will going to be in this year as well and will remain unless this company is on this soil for sure. And just can you repeat the first question, sir?
Yeah. So the question was for the revenue and growth guidance for the next 3 years.
As far as figure is concerned, we can't display right now, but it will be this year. It will be more than around 30% for sure, as Harish is mentioned, and next 3-4 years is also will remain same. Sorry to say, but I cannot disclose. As you asked the question on Unimake, and I already replied on that.
All right. So next question we again from Darshit Shah. What kind of peak revenues can we do from our current facility?
Is it necessary to say this? We have the figure, but Puneet?
Yeah, you can normal guidance you can give what percentage?
Okay, so we can whatever the turnover will achieve this year, we can go more than 2.2, 2.3 times of that turnover with the same plant. But we have some strategy already in place. We are working on it, that how the revenue can be more than almost 3-4 times by adding some new suppliers into this sector, by giving training them, by developing these industries for our company also, for this state also, and for this nations also, because it's a very new industries. The skill level is a very challenge. The people who are below our partners, they have still not able to understand the requirement of these industries. So we are guiding them, we are training them, and we are coming up with some new strategies by adding the critical suppliers to our bag, so that we have a plan of Super 30, where we will be adding 30 suppliers in our bag in next coming 3 years. We are already working on 10 numbers for this year. So this is one strategy. Another strategy we are looking for, we already, as I mentioned, that we already added our cardboard electricals in our holding a minority shares 26%, but they are very close to us. So we are coming into some new electrical or electronics area as well with the aviation industries. So there are certain planning is going on, and it will be work out definitely, and we are very much sure about that.
Okay, quite positive. Next question from Yash Vijayshri. Is there any visibility for orders from the Vande Bharat project?
Yes, we got one order from Godrej, where they are manufacturing some biggest and longest fixtures. So I think whatever the order we have right now, it will going to 3 times more than in next year. It looks like whatever the projections they have given to us, it will definitely going to increase. But it depends on if the aerospace is going to be the huge coming up, then we'll see how this Vande Bharat project can be taken care by this company. Maybe we'll add some new suppliers and we'll divert it to them.
Okay, next is a follow-up question from Yash. What is the visibility and pipeline for C295 orders?
We already have one around big orders. We are working on it, but C-295 aircraft is already been completed almost as far as tooling is concerned. There will be no more big coming. Yes, I am hearing from the Airbus and that they will be stop the manufacturing outside the India where they are right now doing it, and they will be bringing that aircraft which they want to supply it to other countries also, because the current capacity and capability what the Tata has built, that is only for the Indian Air Force. If Airbus and Tata has coming up with a stop the other lines in Spain or in France or somewhere else, then they will add new line in India, and the discussion is going on. That's what I understand. So if it will happen, then the entire order will going to be repeat, because they need a separate assembly line for that, because they don't have any capacity right now to more than orders what we have. India has given around 40 numbers.
Okay. Question from Nutan Balakrishna. Can you give the exact figure for the revenue this financial year?
As I said earlier, in a percentage, it will be 30 to 40% growth. For Puneet.
All right, fairly positive. Anonymous question again. You spoke about the manufacturing aerospace parts for the defense industry by the next year. Do you have the licenses and approval for the same? It's the first part. Second part is how much time these defense approvals usually take to come, and since when you have initiated the approval process, if so?
We are already certified, so the approval process has been done. We are working on this from last 1 year, and now it is done, and we already got the order. Order is in our hand, and we are just waiting for the new machines to come in, and some of the components we already will be starting in next month's incoming facility as well. So we already approved whatever the process we need. We are AS 91000 certified organizations. We are already certified for the commercial aircraft as well.
All right. Next question from R. Swaminathan. What's the revenue mix between aero, defense and automation? Is there any margin difference, and what will be the mix going forward?
First, I think it is a learning, because when we started this company in 2018, 3rd of October, first year was very good. If you see, the first year turnover is around 13 crore, but 2020 the COVID comes in and 2 years was very bad for us. Yes, it is 12 months, but the impact of this COVID was for 2 years. So we learned from that, and then we decided that we need to have some other sector where we can take care of it if some uncertainties coming in this. And secondly, my earlier organization where I was worked with as a managing director and a shareholder of that company as well, we were in automation, so we know a lot of things about the automations. We have a lot of people, even personally I know, and Meet also know another director as a technicality of the automation. So we are very strong in that sector as well, and that is the reason we are just keep going on with both the sector. But we are separating both the teams, because the culture and the need of these industries are completely different. So we are not mixing it with each other. Our automation team is different. Our defense aerospace team is entirely different. The training is different. The guidance which we are giving them is completely different.
Regarding the margins, definitely aerospace and defense margin is more than automation, but automation business is a consistent business. That's why this mix is required.
And there is a chance of big numbers to get increased, because one assembly line, it will run for 6 or 7 months or maybe 1 year also. Then the order value is around more than 10 crore, 12 crore, 13 crore. And the major intention is want to enter in, as I mentioned, we want to enter into the automation of aerospace also. Then we already are in discussion with some companies where we can add value to them by giving the automation systems.
All right. Next question from Dheeraj Kaswan. Could you tell us how does Techera secure orders from its clients?
Just can you repeat the question?
How does Techera secure orders from its clients?
See, there are very less automation, very less aerospace aircraft manufacturing company in India right now. And as we are in the designing and manufacturing of toolings, they know us very well. So basically, we are well known in this sector. So some of the companies are already known, but we have a marketing team. 5 people are already there. They are running here and there to add some customers into. We already get one customer added last year. It's a foreign-based customer, where we get the order value of around 5 crore without visiting them in India. They never visited in India. We got an order on paper, we supplied the equipment to them, and we delivered equipment. We even in foreign, our around 10, 8 to 12 people went there and finished the installation, commissioning, and came back from that country. So it's a good to see that our company is growing in terms of name is concerned. So we have a lot of customers is repetitive.
All right. Next question from Nikhil. How much order book company has right now, and what is projection for FY26?
Can we say figure for order book, Puneet?
Tentative, yes,
It's around
percentage.
22 to 25 CR we are already in hand right now.
Okay. Next question is from Kaustubh. What is the split in revenue between B2G projects and private projects?
Roughly this year from government organization it is 30%, 40%. Private is around 60%. But next year the scenario will maybe change. It is flipping, I think, because even private sector is also increasing fast, and yes, PSU is also working very strong. Our HL organization is coming up in a very huge way. So I think it is around 40, 60, 50, 50. It is going to be like that only.
Puneet, one explanation I want to give. Hello.
Yes, yes, go ahead. We can listen to you.
Regarding working capital, I said before, just want to clarify, the 6 month cycle is not for every project. There are some projects which can be completed in 1 to 3 months time also. There are some projects that need some more time, but it is not like that average 6 months is required. Some projects require more time, some projects can be finished in a shorter time also. Just want to clarify on working capital. Yes, continue.
All right, all right. I'm glad you clarified. Next question is from Akshay. How is the competitive intensity in our business, and how much margin improvement we can see in the next 3 to 4 years as operational leverage kicks in?
I think margin will remain constant, maybe increase 2-3% more. It will go around 25% as well once we start the part manufacturing also. And what it competitive leverage?
Yeah. So do we see any leverage? Yeah, Mixer.
Puneet, just want to add to the previous question. So beyond the point, once our revenue increases, the running cost or the plant size or number of people does not increase double every time the revenue increases. So which means beyond the point, the company margin will automatically go and improve as we progress on the revenue. Because like I mentioned, we are not going to add lot of capex in next 6 months or 1 year right now. And same with the manpower. We have trained people now who are working with us for quite some time. And that is the number of people and team size which we need to increase our revenue to a certain extent. So that is going to help the margin in a very positive manner going forward. Puneet,
All
can
right.
you mention
Next question.
another part?
Yeah. Next question is from Nalini Kant. What are the industry dynamics for the next 5 years? What kind of growth are we going to see in MRO and aircraft manufacturing business in India? And third part is, what kind of initiatives we are working on to tap the exports market?
Okay, can you just repeat from the first one by one? Meet
Yeah.
you,
The first part is,
So Puneet,
what are the industry dynamics for the next 5 years?
Meet.
yes. Like initially, Nimesh sir mentioned that how India is increasing its civil aviation industry by adding around 100 airports in the next 7 to 10 years. And already a lot of airline giants in India have procured around 900 to 1,000 aircrafts from the foreign European American OEMs, which means that all these aircrafts will be bought by these airlines for our civil market. So every time an aircraft is grounded on these airports, its maintenance, its repair, all the work is going to happen in India itself, and that is what we anticipate already. And because it is not cost effective for any airline company to fly an aircraft to a different location just to repair and maintain it and bring it back for the use. So that is the huge potential we see. And having 120 airports needs a lot of equipment which Techera is already manufacturing. So that is something is a plus for the company also. And on the other hand, we see a lot of foreign direct investment coming in and tying up with tier one companies to make parts of aircraft or assemble an aircraft in the country. C295 being one of the open examples right now. Similarly, this thing is going, C295 is just the start, and we can see more of such joint ventures happening in the country, which will flood ecosystem with a lot of business around in this industry. Thank you. And the second part of the question was, Puneet?
We are going to see in MRO and aircraft manufacturing business?
Yes, yes. Both of them were related to MRO and aircraft manufacturing
Right.
business. So maintain repair overall.
Okay. And the third part is initiatives we take for tapping the exports market?
So basically, we have a very good history of supplying outside the country in the same domain, the similar kind of products. And recently, we have added a partner, a known partner who are helping us market the company, market the product portfolio into the European and American markets. So that is the initiative we are taking. We already have some of our key customers who are having a very good professional relation with us, and we are currently working with them. So the idea is to increase business with that existing customer outside the country, and with the help of the marketing partner which we have hired, add to similar of such customers from the European and the American market. And one of the examples is Techera right now participating in the upcoming Aero India 2025, which is happening in the second week of Feb. So there also we are looking to meet a lot of OEMs, lot of people, and explain our product portfolio and showcase our competency. Because over the years we have built good technical know-how, which is the first key criteria in the aerospace and defense sector, and our certifications also are already in place, which means that we can directly start working with them once we have a good connection. That is where the key focus and management focus is right now.
So I welcome all all Techera investors to come on the stall. It's your stall. You can come anytime. We will explain you much better there what are our products and how it will work into the aircraft as well. So please welcome in the Aero India Show 2025. And one more thing I want to add, around, to be very precise, 1,250 aircrafts Indian company has ordered to Boeing and Airbus. So if they want to make this aircraft only for us, both the companies run for 2 years without doing any other country's order. So you can say that how the span of the building the aircraft, they are taking time. So that is the reason I think the Indian industries is doing great in coming 5 years, and MRO is growing so fast as far as Air India in Bangalore and Saffron in Hyderabad is concerned, and other countries also coming to India, other big MROs supporting organization which is very big in USA, they also will be deciding to start their plant in India as well. Some of them are already now in Bangalore from last 1 year.
All right. Next question from Amrit Jangiani. The first part is, can you please provide insights into Techera's export performance for the current fiscal year? That's the first part. Yeah, you can answer.
I think currently in this year, our export is around 10 to 15%, and next year it will be increase around 30% with the new machineries.
Okay. The second part of the question is, what strategies are being implemented to enhance the export growth?
We are bringing GenAI concept in our organizations. We are working on it with one of our Indian organizations. So within 2 years, this organization will be entirely on the GenAI concepts, where everything, all the things whatever happening right now in the company, we are keeping into the record, and with that help of that record, after 1 year the system itself will say what actions we have to take whenever any situations, difficult situation is arise. So this kind of, and there are other area also where our GenAI team is working. So within 1.5 year, I think will be the completely entire GenAI organizations. This will be, this is one of, another is we have hired one largest marketing company who will be giving us the dashboard in coming 3 months, that where our product can be delivered in abroad for increasing our export orders, who are the current our competitors where they are supplying to this particular current customers and upcoming customers as well. So this dashboard will be with us for 1 year, and they will also tell us that with this current product what will be our turnover in coming 3 years if we capture capture different market in Europe and US and Eastern countries as well. So these are the two big strategies we are working on it. As far as growth of export and turnover is concerned, we'll come to know within another 2-3 months exactly what we will be doing it for next 3 years. And with the GenAI, I think the organization is going to be on a very different level.
All right. So next we have an anonymous question. What is the situation on supply chain side with respect to availability of engine and related parts from global suppliers?
Basically, we are not focusing directly on the engine components, but as far as you are talking about Indian supply chain,
It's overall supply chain.
no,
So I
which,
think this is not directly relevant to what we are doing as of now. The engine supply chain is not affecting our line of work as of now because, like I said, we are doing a lot of tooling and how the global supply of engine to the I think the question is related to one of the engines which was supposed to come from US to India got delayed and that's what is relevant. But again, yes, like that is not related to what we are doing right now. It is not affecting our line of business.
All right. Next question from Nalini Kant. The first part is, what kind of work are we doing in precision engineering?
So precision engineering. So we are into core manufacturing, precision manufacturing activities, right? So for example, if we have to make, if an aircraft wing has to be manufactured, or an aircraft landing part, or the any of the aircraft component when it is manufactured, they need handling and drilling and machining equipment on the ground to precisely locate that component, so that when any particular geometry is transferred to that part, the accuracy is maintained. Now, only if the tooling or what we manufacture, only if that accuracy is at par, then only the accuracy will get reflected on the aircraft part. So that is the kind of precision machining or manufacturing from metals is happening at Techera. And again, to inspect all of these, we have world-class automatic big machines which are inspecting what we are machining. We are measuring around 1 micron, 2 micron, 0.1 micron in our premises, and we are also achieving that kind of machining accuracies. And that kind of technical core competency is required to be in this industry and sustain. And that is the precision engineering work which we are doing. And I think if we physically have a look at one of our components or products during the expo right now, we'll be able to exactly show and make the team understand on how engineering is done at Techera.
All right. The second part is, what are the sectors we are looking for potential opportunity in precision engineering?
Can we disclose our policies? Because the only sector which is going to be a very huge impact in coming years, one is already defense aerospace, and another is still nobody knows about it in India. So should we talk about that?
No, sir. Please don't talk about that.
Okay.
So I think what I would like to say is that our core focus has always been to utilize our competency in aerospace and defense manufacturing, because there is a lot of opportunity in there right now. But we always had close eyes on some of the other sectors which are relevant to precision engineering and manufacturing. And that is where we are keeping a close eye, if somewhere there is an opportunity, we can quickly tap it and use the same set of skills which we have for that particular market. So yes, on diversifying front, focus is always aerospace, defense, and automation in aerospace. But yes, from a strategic point of view, for the next 3 years, we are keeping a close eye on the market, in engineering market.
All right. The last part is, what are the products in the pipeline for this precision engineering?
The product circle is always more or less similar. Ground support equipment, which is to support readiness of an aircraft on the ground at the airports or at the hangars. MRO is maintain, repair, overhaul. So every aircraft, every component, every hangar, they need different multiple sets of tools. So this is all a volume game, and to sustain so much volume is already a lot of business. Another one is aircraft assembly tools, which is building a set of assembly line for the aircrafts from one station to another. Those are the tools also which we are already making for various civil and defense aircrafts. And if there is an assembly line for the aircraft, similarly there is an assembly line for only the wing of an aircraft. So one making of one aircraft itself in India is generating multiple chains of business. And so, like I said, the product line remains what it has always been: ground support equipment, MRO, aircraft assembly tools, layup tools, and detail part, flying part manufacturing, and automation complementing the aerospace and defense side of it.
All right. Question from Kaustubh. What is the current percentage utilization of the factory?
So we have two plants as of now. One plant is in the same premises. One plant is occupied with the manufacturing setup completely. Second part is now 25-30% with the new capex which we got from the IPO fund. It is reserved for that, and the remaining is for assembly work. But for which is sufficient for time being. And if needed, there are a lot of opportunities to add a new plant or new facility if and when required. That is something which we do it based on what kind of projects we are going to execute in the 2 quarters of where we are. So right now, one plant has a decent amount of space to accommodate if there is a new opportunity around the plant 2 basically.
So he's talking about percentage, I think, Parnit, correct?
Yes.
The
So it's
So I think
question
percentage of
40%.
utilization, yeah.
No, no.
How much
So it means,
percentages are factory utilized?
so it is
Capacity utilization.
capacity utilization. We are already more than 85% is in control. So if you say productivity, it is more than 85% right now. But the second plant is little bit empty because the machine is coming, as Meet mentioned.
All right. So next is an anonymous question, the Q&A. What is the role of Maharashtra Defence Fund in our operations?
They are just investor. Yes, before this IPO, they invested in our organizations, and with their support, we come up very strongly. So in 2021, they invested in our company, and with a great interventions given in great value given by IDBI and by Maharashtra Defense to this company, and now they again invested in IPO as well. So our company has always been grateful for supporting us to IDBI and yes, Maharashtra Defense and Aerospace Funds.
All right. Anonymous question, one more. Is it possible to share names of top 3 customers?
I don't think so.
No, sir.
We
They're
can
not
expose.
required.
It's not required, and we can't disclose our customer name.
Yeah.
But in simple terms, I can say that all are the largest organization in the making of the aircraft right now.
All right. Next question is, you set up a shop in Bangalore recently. So do we have any orders or any updates on it? If you would like to comment, sir.
I think we have not yet set up a plant. We are looking for.
So it's one of our strategic goals to try and
Yes.
explore that area, but as of now we've not done anything over there. So
Because Bangalore is the base for aerospace from the beginning, so that is the reason it is somehow looks like mandatory that something is there, so that we can help and we can value add to our customer so fast.
All right. Next question from Akshay Kaila. As we have the order book of only around 22 to 25 CR, are we confident to grow consistently at the rate of 30 to 40% year on year?
Yes, definitely, because now we are entering into the part manufacturing. So I believe that in coming years we will have a contract of different aircraft manufacturing organizations in India, in abroad as well. That will be for long term, like 5 year, 10 years contract for this company. But the current product what we are manufacturing, it is that kind of cycle only, na. अगर आज कोई लास्ट ईयर का कमिंग अप ईयर के लिए ऑर्डर दे देगा तो वो वाई ही शुड वेट फॉर नेक्स्ट ईयर ना, वो तो आज ही मांगेगा ना ऑर्डर. सो दैट इज द लॉजिकल थिंग कि दिस इज द ऑर्डर वैल्यू व्हाट वी हैव बुक राइट नाउ, बट we are very much confident that it will be increasing in next year by adding the part manufacturing segment into this in our pocket.
Okay. So we have Nutan Balakrishna ji wishing birthday wishes to Mr. Meet Desai. Thank you, Nutan ji. Next question is again an anonymous one. What can be the sustainable PAT margins going forward?
It's, as I mentioned already, it will be this year around 15 to 22% for sure, and it will go up to 25%.
I will correct it, Puneet sir. Actually, PAT is the profit after tax. That is not a 15-20%.
Ah,
You're talking about EBITDA. Profit
yeah.
after tax will be in line with our previous financials. It will be in line with that. Or
All right. What can be the sustainable PAT margins going forward?
we cannot say directly in a figures, but as I said, there will not be any decline for previous year. It will be improved every year. Or
Okay. Next question from Rohan Gupta. What is the status of orders with Air India?
Who who tell you about the Air India order? I don't know. It's already in process right now. We are in delivering it.
Okay. Next we have Dheeraj Kaswan commenting that thanks for the detailed replies. Is wishing us all the best. Then the next question is from Krimesh Gala. A couple of sub questions. The first question, I think, why did we have loss in H1? I think that is already commented.
Yeah.
What will be our long-term margins? I think recently we have just commented. The third part is when will be the new machine coming in the new plant? Any new machines are we expecting in the plants?
Some of the machine already arrived and it is under commissioning. And one machine, which is the largest one in India right now, which will be coming in March end and will be get commissioned and start from 1st of June.
Okay. And another sub part of the question is what kind of revenue with this new capacity do we expect, and what will be the capacity once these new machines arrive?
So again, it will come to the figure to be displayed. I think it will double the capacity right now what we have.
Okay. Okay. So there's question from Akshay. What are the risks to our business, if you want to quantify?
Currently, I can see only the things like COVID and anything significant change in government scenario, little bit, because whatever the decision taken, that is going to be remain as it is. Any government comes in, but in long term, if you can say, there may be a chance that the strategy they may change to invest in some other sector. Maybe they will decline in investment in defense aerospace. But till then, I think we will be established ourselves for the export orders also. So I don't see any reason unless and until some COVID kind of things comes into picture.
Yeah. And sub part of the question, can we compare our business with Azad Engineering?
I think it's too early right now because we are too small in front of them. But अगर उसका छोटा segment हम लेते हैं तो yes, you can compare because we are coming up with the part manufacturing. But as far as revenue and all the infrastructure is concerned, it's too early to compare.
All right. So that was the last question, and you can conclude this call. I mean, and I think we have someone who recently joined.
Yeah.
I think we can take this question as the last one. This question is from Rohan Gupta. I think the question is, what are the other assets of 25 CR in September 2024 balance sheet? After answering this question, sir, you can conclude with your commentary from you or from me, sir. Yeah, over to you, sir.
25. What is the question?
Okay, I'll repeat. What are the other assets of 25 CR in September 2024 balance sheet?
What is the other asset means what? It is whatever the assets we have, that is it. It is machinery and its constructions what we have spent on in last.
No, sir. Other current assets. So there is
How-
another current asset. So uska kya hai, nature and the notes are not available, right, for the half yearly financials, and that is a significant increase. Like in prior years, that is not there. So it's 24.78 crore to be precise.
नहीं कुछ तो भी इतना
No, Puneet sir,
something is
right now we do not have our CA online, so we cannot answer this question. But if the person will give us a mail ID, we can.
yeah, we will reply. Rohan,
Yes.
we will reply you.
Okay, sir, sure, not an
Puneet,
issue.
you keep track with this role, sir.
Yeah, we will definitely reply, Rohan, and you
Yes.
can come up with my number is also available everywhere. You can call me if you not get your answer
Sure,
questions being
sir.
answered. Please.
Sure, sir, not a problem. Thank you so
So,
much.
Ron, please share your email ID in the comments.
ठीक है,
Yes.
I'll
We will
just
get
share
back
it
to you.
right now.
Yeah. And in the transcription also, I'll be sharing a link where you can contact us for any specific questions for Techera management.
Okay,
Rohan.
sure. I have shared my mail ID as well.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Nimesh sir, Harish sir, Meet
Yes.
sir, any concluding comments?
No,
Yes,
from my side, I can just say to maintain consistency in sales throughout the year, management is hardworking for product mix like short-time projects, some long-time projects, some automation, some other mix. So we are working for that consistency. Be assured for that. That's it.
From my side, I think first of all, thank you very much to all of you who put a trust on us, and I request all of you to keep going on with us because this will going to be a very different organization in coming years. And being as a first generation entrepreneur, we are very much grounded peoples. We understand because I worked for some organizations for 10 years already in my career earlier. So I know the pain of everybody, my team and everyone's. So my request to all of you, don't get hesitate to invest in our company. It is your company. You can come up with any questions anytime. We are available for you. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Yes,
From
Smith.
my side. Yes, thank you very much everybody on joining the call. We hope that we've answered all the queries and we are positioned in a very good manner to end the current financial year on a positive and a better note. And secondly, even for the next financial year, we have decent proportions of work in our hand at our disposal. Lot of opportunities waiting for us. So yes, we are looking forward to collaborating with each and every one of you and getting to where the potential of the company actually is. Thank you very much.
All right. That concludes the call for Techera Engineering. Thank you everyone for joining. And for any questions in the transcription, there will be a link to contact us. Thank you all. Have a good day.
Thank you. Namaste. Have a good day.
Namaste.